Alright, well, you're gonna have to suffer hearing my overhead electric heater today. It is frickin' freezing down in Hotlanta. It's ironically cold down here. It's like in the barely, I don't know, it was in the it was like 20 degrees this morning, and you know, then the weather people like to sensationalize. They're like, oh, the wind chill, it feels like death. I don't know. It says it's 36 now, but cinder block garage basement really holds in the cold. We're starting this bad boy. I printed out the instructions. Why? Why did I print them? Because I am this many years old. Okay? That's why. So, we've got our, yes, we have our soldering gun out. We have a heat gun. And we have a fine scale wire stripper. There's a little bit of wire stripping involved in this, so see how fine that goes down to? This is what you want for dealing with this level of stuff. We also need a little hobby knife and our precision ruler to cut out the sections of design heat shrink. Oh look, hey, look at this. I'm an idiot. Soldering gun, hot melt glue gun. I hate those. I'm gonna try to solder everything. Super glue. Yes. Pliers. Ah, yeah, we're set. Wire cutters. Alright, yeah, we're good. Wire strippers. Yes, X-Acto knife, Small Phillips screwdriver. Oh, we have some floating around somewhere. Heat source. Heat gunner lighter. Okay, we're all set. I need a heat source. It is freezing down here. 9-volt battery. Battery daddy. Because, oh, you finally need me. Eat it. Okay, so we will dig up a 9-volt battery. Okay, gives you a little synopsis. Daughter board assembly. This is all we have time for in this sitting of the Gizmo build. But yeah, there we go. Nice color, instructions. I mean, I could just open the PDF file on my computer next to me and use that, but there's something about having that piece of paper. I like having a proper manual. So we're gonna get all this laid out, and we will be right back. Okay, here's all the parts. There we go. All right, even almost sort of, whatever. This is, yeah, okay. Okay, attach. It gives you, really, I mean, as long as you're even moderately competent with a soldering iron, this should be fairly, knock on wood, on my head there, idiot proof. But yeah, we will see if this idiot can overpower these really good instructions and screw something up. I expect to definitely crazy glue my fingers together during this build at least once. So yeah, let's we bendy. Finally, grab the daughter along with the 10. Oh, see, and we got the description of the parts here. Grab the daughter board with the number. What is this? The 10K. Okay, the 10K. That one little itty bitty resistor right there. I'm gonna grab that. We're gonna bend it. We're gonna put it in, and we're gonna solder it. Okay, easy enough. BRB. A little pro tip from the instructions actually is use a piece of tape. Once you put the resistor or whatever electrical component through their holes, just tape it down real quick so you can put it upside down and it won't fall back out, because we don't want that happening. So that's all. Be right back. Well, this is going quicker than anticipated. There we go. We got our first little batch of bits and pieces on here. That one was there's a lot of little solder pins on the back of that guy. If you don't hit every single one of them on this big giant chip, if you get, most of them, you're fine. You're just fine. And then I love these smooth jaw pliers. These things are perfect for bending all the little wires in this kit. And these little snippers just to clip off all the excess wire. We want to keep this as low profile as possible in the back. See? Little harder if you're using the hot glue because you got the rubber snot everywhere. Crazy glue, I don't know. I don't like the idea of ever crazy gluing stuff like this, because you could end up with the white haze of doom showing up in places. So since you're really soldering it, it's starting to look badass. Shout out to Ectolabs for making, first of all, such a beautiful piece of kit and making such excellent instructions, and thank you to Tecton and my wallet saying WTF and buying this set of these little pliers. These things are just making working easy. We've got our Oyoyo of whatever brand soldering iron station. And our old Radio Shack solder is doing just fine. This is probably got a lot of lead in it, because this is some old stuff. When is this from? Can anyone read that? I can't. State of California to cause cancer. How long is everything in the state of California? It's known to cancer to cause California. Inhalation. Don't inhale it. Blah blah blah. Poison control medical thing. Fort Worth, Texas. Radio Shack Corporation. Yeah. There we go. Once this is gone, I don't know what I'll do for now. Just buy other solder. I've had this reel forever. Okay, shut up, Ian. Back to it. Finish this daughter board. Okay, we now pause our 80s movie montage music for this part. So these guys, see, they're spread out there, and they're supposed to go in these two little holes. Now, the nice thing is, don't even straighten these wires out, in my opinion. Just push them in there, and they click into place beautifully. They're very not wobbly. The instructions say you could optionally add a little dab of crazy glue underneath them, but you know what? I put a generous amount of solder, and they seem fine. And then this one, the last one here, and then clicky clicky, and now we just gotta solder these fellas on there. And see, the wires go cookie wacky and holds them in there nice. So this is going super fast. Jeez, Ectolabs, come on, bravo guys, bravo. Beautiful. Okay, we'll be back. Well, we're building this city on rock and roll. When we get to the point that we need to strip a little off these wires, I found, by just guesstimating, that the 28-30 gauge part of the stripper, your best bet. This might be fine, but it might be too small, and you don't want to strip off any of the very fine few strands of wire in there. But yeah, the 28-30 is a nice silicone jacket. It's super flexible stuff. So this is, we're getting close, guys. We're getting real close. I'm not going to do this on camera because I screw up every single time I record and do something. I just record my screw up, basically. And we don't want those on camera because everyone knows I'm a screw up anyway. We don't need them. Redundant. Okay, BRB. Woohoo! We're almost there, everybody. Look, all of our electronic nulls and doodads are all soldered up. We got a little cord there, our little banana alligator clip guy. We got this wire and that wire and all the little beautiful bits and pieces. This went together a treat. Oh my god, it went together so easy. Now we got to screw the backboard and the belt clip on. If you're into RC cars or you've ever built most anything from an RC car company, you will have these floating around, and they are a perfect fit. This is a Tamiya 4-way wrench. Perfect fit for the little lock nut. So we're going to use that and our screwdriver, and we're going to put this together. We'll be right back. Huzzah! We're back. Hey, I didn't burn my fingers once with the soldering iron. That's a change. If I look a little shaky down here, it's not that I'm having like a nervous system disorder. It's really, really cold in my garage. Very cold. Even with two, 30 amp ceiling mounted electric heaters, it takes forever to warm the place up. So everything is in. One of the hardest parts, honestly, was adding some of the solder blobs. We're like, that's easy. That was easy. That one, not so easy. That one, in right in there. That was a little tricky. I should really have a finer tip soldering iron tip, maybe. Finer tip soldering iron tip. Yeah, Ian, that's great English right there. Alrighty then, we're done with the daughter board. That took, honestly, without my BSing and lip flapping, and recording this and whatever, I don't know, half an hour of work maybe. This is damn easy. I mean, I am not that great with one of these things. I mean, whatever. I'm not a PCB repair specialist. I am no Louis Rossman, or whatever his name is. But yeah, we're making our progress. I had to turn the fan on too because the fumes from the solder, California reminded me, don't breathe the solder fumes. So don't breathe solder fumes, people. Put a little fan on, get it to blow away. If you're in a big area like I'm in a garage, it's fine. If you're in a tiny little enclosed environment, you may want to have an exhaust fan. I think the perfect workshop setup, or not perfect, but a cool one, would be to get like a oven hood vent over your hobby area if you're going to do a lot of soldering, so it could just suck all the fumes out. Either way, we're done with this. We're going to start. Oh boy, I'm a little intimidated by the big boy. We're gonna start getting the main event going here. All right, wish me luck, people. Oh boy, I'm gonna need it. BRB. Okay, I saw this page and then unexpectedly had to run upstairs and have an explosive bowel movement. Unrelated, I'm sure. Okay. Well, there's a lot of parts. Okay, it is an intimidating amount of components here. There's a lot of single, individually unique ones. I mean, like, literally, there's like one of this and one of this. They have different colored stripes on them. This is a level of pedanticism to accuracy I truly appreciate on Ectolabs' part. I don't know if there's any other kit out there where they really try to get every single, diode and resistor and whatnot just perfect. I don't know how I mean, I guess someone got their hands on a movie prop and really got detailed photos of it. I don't know. We get these weird little octopus bulb things from Russia. Those are cool. A lot of heat shrink tubing, a lot of bits. Just a lot of bits. But it's just more of like doing the daughter board. Take your time, put them in, tape them down, solder them on, and, sooner or later, you're like, holy crap, I'm done. So there we go. We'll get started, and I'll be back. Okay, I've officially tapped my arm into the soldering iron one time. Not a burn, just oh, whoopsie. Look at that. They're a little fiddly, they're a little fiddly. Strongly recommend, I mean, you don't have to get the Tecton, but these flat-jawed, smooth-jawed bender, these things are fantastic for bending all the little diodes and whatnots and resistors. So we got them soldered on, pretty easy. This right here, once you're up to this step, you're out of most of the unique individual resistors, and you have like piles. You have a pile of like 7 of these and 7 of those, and a bunch of these and a bunch of those, and everything's the same. So it's going to be much easier, more robotic, let's say, completing the rest of this. But we shall carry on. Okay, this is one of the trickier bits. Not really difficult per se, but getting these... Focus, you son of a... There we go. Getting these little guys, these little transistors in there. You got to spread the pins out a tiny bit, and then just kind of... You gotta force them in there a bit. And then you could always realign them after you solder them on with pliers. Yeah, there's my tape. I was wondering where that went. Yeah. But, look, it's smooth sailing so far. I really thought this thing would take me days and days to build, but it's going pretty quickly, actually. But, yeah, we'll continue, and I'll be right back. Well, you know what they say. Measure twice, cut 14 times. We had to make 14 lengths of this. My fingers are starting to go heebie-jeebies. I made the first cut using the precision ruler and the X-Acto. I then took that exemplar, whatever you want to call it, that template, and I just use it as a jig. These are amazing. These Tamiya decal scissors, they are razor sharp. And that is our last piece we needed to cut. So that's my little tip. Cut one as perfectly as you can using the ruler with an X-Acto, and then these bad boys. They're not cheap. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we're spending gobs of money anyway. Buy good tools. These are awesome. These are great. Very stabby. Very stabby. I stabbed myself with them once. I dropped them and I caught them. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I should have just let them fall. But I think they were like $13 or $15. Either way, we're making progress. We've got to wrap a bunch of heat shrink around a bunch of little resistors and then bend them and more soldering. We did all of our solder blobs as per the instructions. Not too bad. Okay, starting to look pretty spiffy. I like it. Well, I like It's Ghostbusters. Who wouldn't like it? Okay, we'll be back. Woo! Holy ectoplasm, Batman. That was definitely the most fiddly part of this build. Not super difficult, just fiddly. You have to get them all in there. It's just, you know, the hard part is really it's not even the heat shrink and the bending. That's pretty easy. You just, like the instructions say, bend over the shaft of a small screwdriver. It's getting the big, giant, fat tip of a soldering iron in all here. Now, this might be part of my problem right here, is I've got this kind of chunky soldering iron tip. That might be part of it. Maybe, before you go to build this, if you feel like soldering it, which I highly recommend, it's so much more satisfying than gluing things, get a really fine tip soldering iron, you know, see what you can find. This is coming along beautifully. We're done with all the little resistors and things and stuff. We still got these little pancake doohickeys that go in later, but now we got to start building the white microchips. And to do that, we take the pins out of these things and we stick them in these things. So, tedious, but doesn't look hard at all. All right, we'll be back. Okay, so the 8910 board from Ghostbusters 2 is way simpler. The 8410 is for people like me who want the most complicated thing to build. But it's so much... I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to say it's better than the Ghostbusters 2 board. It's great. The Ghostbusters 2 board looks like the one from Ghostbusters 2. The movie prop back then was a simpler design for Ghostbusters 2, because I think the prop guys were like, I'm not building any more of those crazy things. Okay? We got our first chip in. This is 3D printed with alternating depth holes, and you have to, you know, pull all the little gold things out of these. Sorry. Pull all the little gold things out of these one at a time to insert into these one at a time in a specific order, and then finagle it in to the pinholes here, which not the easiest thing in the world, you know, and solder all those on in the back, and it's super badass looking. I mean, 3D print with the little Sanyo logos and everything on it, very nice. But that being said, I need a break. Sometimes you just gotta walk away from it for a little bit. Actually, I gotta get ready to go to dinner. But either way, we got 3 more of those chips to do. That was pretty slow process, but whatever, well worth it. And then, oh god, I can't even talk anymore. We'll be back. Hey, welcome back, people. Look, we got 2 chips on. Yeah. One of the more tedious tasks here is pulling all these pins out of this plastic thing. So what I've determined is I use my smooth pliers and my grippy pliers, and you can grab 2 at a time and pull them out, and then move down and grab 2 at a time and pull out. So I was doing these before, one at a time with the needle nose pliers and holding the strip of my fingers, and I swear to God, early onset arthritis, hello. So this makes the task so much easier. Just like that. Come on, focus, you fag! Come on. There we go. See? Here. There we go. Okay, this is such small stuff, it's hard to focus on. But yeah, you get the point. Just move down a couple pins, grab it. There we go. We got 2 out. Put them in a little bowl. This kit is very detailed, hence, and very accurate, and also very tedious. It's just the name of the game. It's just how it is. Can't cry about it. You just gotta just suck it up and do it. But just giving you that top tip. Use some. If you can get these Tecton plier set, the 8 plier set. These things are awesome. But yeah, get a good grippy wide plier to hold on to the thing, and then use another good, preferably smooth plier, so you don't mar these little legs. And ba-boom, nice. So that's it. That's it for now. We're still building chips. We'll be back. Okie dokie. These are tricky. They're a little difficult. You get better at it. The first one seems like it's impossible. The second one is like, oh, it got a little easier. The third one went in pretty darn easy, actually. And then the fourth one fought me for a bit. But look at that. And yeah, I forgot to put the spacer, this little white spacer, to put under each chip to have them all at a uniform height off the board. And I forgot to use it on the first one because I'm a total idiot. But this chip's so different from these with the labeling that, whatever. It's also going to be, you know, in the holster. You're really not going to see them, but it still annoys me. Every time I see this, I'll know that I screwed up on a fairly expensive bit of kit. Either way, we're done soldering all those things on, and we're building the Nixie shelf and the control panel next, and then that functional electronics are going in, so we're gonna get those in, and we'll do a test run. BRB. Okay, pro tip. Don't use batteries that are almost 4 years past their sell-by date. This is all I have. They're all brand new in the box, but Doomsday Prepper Ian bought batteries a long time ago and bought so many he stopped buying them. And yeah, so we're not going to get all the crazy rainbow colors and have everything working because these batteries are already so low. Contact! It trips. It turns on, but we get an amber pattern, and the buttons don't do anything. And if we let this run long enough, it'll just go red. And this is amber, not red, but I'm pretty positive my batteries are just shit. So I ordered a pair for $17 of Energizer Ultimate Lithium 9-volt batteries for high draw applications. Now, for a little 9-volt battery, I don't know if anyone's familiar with how they make these things. It's actually 6 quadruple A or quintuple A. They're smaller than triple A's. It's like 6 quadruple A batteries in here actually wired in series to make 9 volts. One day I found out on YouTube. You know we find that weird shit out. Yeah, but these are no good. These batteries are kaput. They might be enough to run like my Fluke network testing device. But yeah, I ordered new 9-volt batteries. But yeah, she works. She lights up. She chooches. She's just not happy with the batteries. And I mean, we can hit the function buttons all we want. But we do get... Look at that! She is alive. So we're going to turn her off. And we're going to continue the assembly process. God, all these bad 9-volt batteries. The battery daddy! It's full of bad 9-volt batteries. Damn you, battery daddy! I'm gonna, obviously, tomorrow maybe I'll do a Costco run, or just screw it, and I'll go to the supermarket and pay like quadruple price for a fresh 9-volt battery to plug into this thing and test. Hell, I'll go to the gas station. I don't care. I want to see this thing do all its rainbow magical, you know, fireworks in here. But either way, we will continue with our instructions and get this sucker finished up. If need be, I'll shoot an email over to Ectolabs, but I'm almost dead positive. My batteries are just so old. March 2018 expiration date. And they're supposed to last 10 years. They're supposed to hold their charge for 10 years. I did not buy these batteries 10 years ago. At the latest, I bought these batteries... Oh, shit. 10 years ago. But they should be 2022. But Amazon screws you sometimes with inventory. So either way, we're gonna finish. We got a lot more to do still. You think this was hard, or tedious, or laborious? I mean, it's not difficult unless you consider a lot of work to be difficult. It's beautiful. This thing is gorgeous. Whatever. I ordered new 9-volt batteries. And we will finish this up, and I'll be right back with some progress. Who are you gonna call? Not the Ghostbusters for this. These are our little Nixie tubes. Following the instructions, we now have Nixie octopuses, 8 leads on each one. We've done that 8 times. Again, a little tedious. Now it's time to start cutting bits of heat shrink tubing to go over all the little leads on these guys. Very specific measurements are given in the instructions. says cut 2 of this in red, 2 of that in black, 2 of that in clear, and 2 more of those in red. So we're going to times that by 8, and we need 16 sections of 4 different lengths of different colors. 16 and 32, 64 bits of shrink tube we need now. So I'm gonna cut 64 bits of shrink tube. Cause listen, if all this was done for you, like if this whole thing was built for you, I promise you, if I was charging, let's say, 150 whatever it was for the kit, I would charge you $500 to sell this thing built, and I would kill myself because I wouldn't want to build dozens of these things. This is a lot of work. It's a commitment. I mean, I should be committed, so this is right up my alley, but it is a commitment, and look, you get what you pay for, and the end result equals the amount of work put into it most of the time. There's examples where that doesn't fit, but otherwise, we're doing this. We're gonna get all these things, get all these pieces of shrink tube cut, and this video may cut into tomorrow because it's getting pretty late. Oh, my back. Oh, my toes are numb. My propane Mr. Buddy heater kicked out on me. The little 1-pound propane tank is done. My electric heaters are still going full blast, but it's like 20-something degrees outside right now, and I'm in the basement garage. Cinder block everywhere and single pane glass. It's not the warmest place in the house. That being said, we will finish this for you, and other than a few shits and pisses and jackasses, this should be fairly family friendly to share for anyone that buys this or wants to buy it, so they know what they're getting themselves into. But honestly, totally buy this thing. This thing's friggin' awesome. I love it so far. If it wasn't for my fail on the pre-depleted brand new batteries I've been using, either way, I'm gonna run out tomorrow and get some new batteries, and we'll see the sucker chooch. We'll be back. Okay, fellow busters. We've got our little Nixie tube octopuses all heat shrink tubed. Alright? It's just a meticulous process. You know, you cut everything properly, you use a ruler, measure twice, cut 16 times, 4 times. So measure 8 times, cut 64 times, whatever. We're done for the night. Okay, we're done. Tired. Tomorrow, we'll pick back up on this. We will get a good 9-volt battery. We'll get a good test out of this. If we don't get a good test out of this with a good 9-volt battery, it could mean I screwed something up or whatever, and I'll email Ectolabs and be like, hey, what's going on, guys? And they're great over there. Owner's very responsive, and we'll, I'm sure a fresh 9-volt's gonna cure all the ills we have here with the yellow flashing and then the red flashing. But we'll get all these Nixie tubes in here where they're gonna look freaking fabulous, and we'll be done tomorrow with what I think is the nicest. I mean, I know the board's not brown, but still, what I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, is the nicest commercially available kit to make a Ghostbusters 1 gizmo. I really do. And my phone's ringing. Oh, the wife. Ignore call. Don't tell the wife. Okay, whatever. I gotta run upstairs and kiss some ass now. I'll see you tomorrow. Adios. Well, happy Sunday, everybody. I just went out to the supermarket to get some needed groceries and beer. And in Georgia, you can't buy beer at the grocery store on a Sunday before 12:30. I always forget that. I wanted to beat the rush, the grocery store rush. It's a classic Georgia. You want groceries on a Sunday, you go before church lets out, or else that place is mobbed. So I couldn't buy my beer. Also forgot to buy a damn new 9-volt battery. So now I got to go back out. It's now after 12:30, and go out and get a fresh 9-volt, get one of those fancy, lithium max or something maybe, and some beer. But we have our VFD tubes, or whatever the hell, Nixie tubes, whatever you want to call them. Those are all in. Looked way more intimidating than it actually was. If you just have a decent pair of tweezers, you get all the little wires in there, no problem. and you put a piece of tape over to hold it down, flip it over, solder it, or hot glue it if that's what you're doing. And it really not that bad. People have been expressing concerns over the daunting task of building this kit on a Facebook group that I posted some progress photos on. But honestly, it's not that bad. Now we just got to get these little disc capacitors in, and we've straightened out the kink in their little wire, as the instructions say. These instructions are just excellent. Excellent instructions. And we just keep shoving these in the holes. Come on, go in your holes. There you go. They actually hold in there pretty well on their own, but we're going to still put a little tape to solder them down. Also, this kit did require a blood sacrifice. One of the little wires, perfect angle, just stabbed me right in a scratch I already had on my thumb, and it was just, little. So we've got the blood in there. It's been bled on, or bled for. So we're good. We're gonna have good luck with this. So either way, I'm gonna get these all shoved into the holes and soldered into place, and I'll be back. Okay, all these guys are in. She's starting to really look the business. Now we got to put on the little 3D printed Sanyo chips, and they go on upside down as per the instructions. And then we got that cool one also. So these are easy. You just snap them into place, and that's that. You just flip it over and then melt down the posts with your soldering iron, or you can glue them. So we just melt those down. It's nice and quick. There we go. Melty, melty. Okay. All melted down. Oh, baby. Look at that bad boy. That is awesome looking. Look at that thing. Look at all that. Okay, the 8410, it's just my opinion, you can differ, is way cooler than the 8910. Or I should say, the Ghostbusters 1 style board is cooler than the Ghostbusters 2 style board. I'm sorry. I'm biased, I guess. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get this thing on there, and I think at that point we're done. Just got to go to the supermarket and get a fresh 9-volt battery so we can test this sucker out. So, I'll be back. Okay, the Sanyo chip is on, and my super paint-friendly masking tape apparently pulled off a little bit of it. I mean, we could call it weathering now. I'm going to email that to Ectolabs and see what they want to do about this. Maybe they just have like a dry transfer they can send me, and then I could rub it on, and then just maybe hit it with a little bit of satin clear to lock in that whatever kind of decaling they used for that. So that's a little bit of an eyesore for me, but it is. This was like the hardest thing to solder on in the whole kit. All this, you look at it, you're like, wow, it's crazy. These were hard to get in the holes, but easy to solder. This thing was just unwieldy, and I was using tape to hold it down, and good yellow, hobby tape that's always gentle, and I peeled that off a little, so whatever. I'm slightly, I'm so upset. No, I'm not, I'm fine. And then all we have to do after that is screw the daughter board onto the thing, and that's it. Okay, so we'll get this done. We're gonna go to the supermarket and get a battery, and we'll be back to test this sucker for you. Okay, well, two things I've learned here is batteries are way too expensive at the supermarket, and Houston, we may have a small problem. I'm going to message Ectolabs on Facebook, but brand new Energizer Max, brand new, fresh, okay? Expiration date, December 2026. Camera usually focuses better than that. And contact. Okay. We're still getting the sweeping amber lights. We hit the button. We hit one of the buttons here. This is either the pattern or the color. Oh, now it's red. Orange. Orange. Nothing. Nothing. Let's hit the color, or the other button. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, it looks amazing. It's not quite. Oh, now it's red. Red. Yeah, and they're kind of dim. And this is a brand new battery. She's brand spanking new, fresh out of the box. I haven't spent $10 on this one single ultimate lithium battery with an expiration of 2031. Same thing. All right, well, it's awesome looking, and I'm a little disappointed, but I'm sure the good people over at Ectolabs will make things right, because it's an awesome product. Every now and then, even the best of products can have a small defect from time to time. Not quite sure what it is, but yeah, I'll get in touch with them. Either way, that's it for the build video. Oh wait, we forgot the holster. So let's drop the daughter board through here. There we go. And ooh, she's nice, snugly. This is quite the snugness. Well, I mean, you want it to fit really well. It fits. There we go. Okay, there we are. Contact. It looks cool as hell, even just doing this. If this is all it did, I would have still bought it, but I do want it to do all the nifty features with the color shifting and the different patterns. We'll get that resolved. No problem. We're going to do a follow-up video because I know Ectolabs is definitely going to take care of this issue for us. And we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy. Watch out for Slimers. Oh, that was corny. Later. Well, okay now, everybody. I got a very, very prompt response from Dave from Ectolabs, and I am a happy camper. Apparently, the Royal Mail was a little rough on my 8410 kit, and a solder blob came slightly out of contact with its copper contact. One of the functional solder blobs that are pre-done by Ectolabs. It literally took me, once the solder gun heated up, it literally took me 10 seconds to fix this. 10 seconds. I just a tiny little tap with my solder gun and that blob. Oh, here we go. Contact. That's what we're doing. Oh, yeah. She's alive. Look at her go. Love this thing. Look at that. We got all the patterns. Nice. We got the kit. Hold on. If it's going to do the Knight Rider thing, we want it to be... there we go. Yeah, I could do a sound effect. Look at that. Danger, danger, danger. That's cool. I like the sparky effect. And then you got all the different colors. Oh, this thing is awesome. Whoa. Trippy, trippy, trippy. I think they have warnings now in cartoons that may induce seizures. I don't know. I want seizures from this thing. This is great. Love it. And I live in Atlanta. And when I go to a Halloween party, this is what I'm going to run. Hey, listen. I love my multi-lettered community. This is cool. I love rainbows. I've loved rainbows since I was a kid. And the fact that this thing does a cool psychedelic rainbow, that is awesome. Okay. Victory. I'm going to add this to the end of my video. I got to re-edit now and re-upload and all that crap. But Dave, thank you for a great product, and thank you for fantastic customer support. This is going to look the business when I go out as an overweight Ghostbuster at Dragon Con or Halloween parties here in Atlanta. Oh yeah. Why are we all fat? Maybe not all. Adam Savage is very slender. He looks very good, and his Ghostbusters suit is so tailored and teabagged. I mean, tea-stained. Um, but yeah, the rest of us, a lot of us guys admit we're a little chubby sometimes. But oh God, there we go. She's perfect. She's perfect. Hey, let's test her out. With the ultimate lithium. Because this is what I'm probably going to run at Halloween parties and cons. Is I'm going to run the ultimate lithium. I'll bring an extra one in my pocket. I feel like this thing should run this thing for quite a long time. But yep, we're all good. Everything is working. Look at that. Even that thing goes rainbow. That's awesome. All right, we're all set there. Fan-frickin-tastic. I'm so frickin' happy. All right, guys. This is like the happiest I've been at the end of any build video, I think. I've been pretty happy at the end of build videos, but this one particularly satisfying because it was a lot of work. It wasn't like a long duration. I have less than probably 8 hours of actual labor into this, and it's just amazing. But either way, the dog started barking because I'm down here in the basement yelling like a lunatic about this nerdy, dorky thing I have in my hands here. I don't know how far to push this into the holster. By the way, this holster, this thing holds it really well. I mean, it ain't going nowhere. You don't need any Velcro or double-sided tape. Fantastic. Okay, people. I'm so happy. Okay, time to drink a lot of beer. See you later.